10 subtle ways Americans and Brits see the world differently. You can speak the same language and still live in completely different mental worlds. That's the quiet tension between Americans and Brits. On the surface, it's all friendly banter, accents, spelling, humor, but underneath, deep cultural wiring that shapes ambition, identity, success, even how people say sorry. Today we're counting down 10 subtle ways Americans and Brits see the world differently, ranked strictly from 10 to 1. And trust me, number 1 explains almost everything. Let's jump straight in. 10. Optimism versus cautious realism. Americans default to optimism. Brits default to measured caution. Walk into a job interview in New York and you'll hear, "I'm perfect for this role." Walk into one in London and you're more likely to hear, "I think I'd be a good fit." Same confidence, different volume. The American mindset often rewards bold self-belief. The British mindset tends to reward understatement. One sees confidence as fuel. The other sees it as something to ration carefully. It shows up everywhere: business pitches, social media bios, even casual conversations. Americans often lean into big energy. Brits tend to sand down the edges. Neither is right or wrong, but it changes how each nation approaches opportunity. And speaking of opportunity, 9. The meaning of success. For many Americans, success is visible. For many Brits, success is subtle. In the United States, success often means scale: bigger house, bigger company, bigger platform. There's admiration for the self-made story, the entrepreneur who builds from nothing. In Britain, success can be quieter: a stable life, a respected career, a sense of balance. Flashy achievement sometimes raises eyebrows rather than applause. An American might proudly say, "I built $1 million business." A Brit might say, "I've done all right." The difference isn't ambition. Both cultures are ambitious. It's presentation. Americans broadcast achievement. Brits downplay it. And that difference connects to something deeper: how each culture handles praise. 8. Compliments and modesty. If you compliment an American, you'll often hear "thank you." If you compliment a Brit, you might hear "oh, this old thing." Americans are generally comfortable accepting praise at face value. Brits often deflect it. It's not insecurity, it's cultural rhythm. In the UK, modesty is social currency. In the US, confidence is social currency. Picture a dinner party. An American host says proudly, "I made this from scratch." A British host says, "It's probably overcooked." Both may feel proud. One expresses it directly. The other masks it with self-deprecation. And that leads perfectly into the next difference: humor. 7. Humor as shield versus spotlight. American humor often aims to entertain. British humor often aims to survive. In the US, comedy can be big, animated, expressive. Think bold punchlines and confident delivery. In the UK, humor is often dry, ironic, sometimes bordering on bleak. A Brit might describe a disastrous day with a shrug and a joke. An American might describe it with dramatic storytelling. There's also the famous British love of understatement. Not ideal might mean absolute chaos. Humor reveals worldview. Americans often laugh to amplify emotion. Brits often laugh to soften it. And that subtle emotional handling shapes how each culture handles conflict. 6. Directness versus indirection. Americans tend to say what they mean. Brits often imply what they mean. In a meeting, an American manager might say, "This isn't working." A British manager might say, "We might want to rethink this." To American ears, British phrasing can sound vague. To British ears, American phrasing can sound blunt. The intention is rarely negative. It's simply different communication codes. This difference even shows up in everyday politeness. Americans may greet strangers enthusiastically. Brits may offer polite distance. Which brings us to something even more subtle: privacy. 5. Personal space and boundaries. Americans often share quickly. Brits reveal slowly. In the US, it's common to discuss career goals, dreams, even personal struggles early in conversation. There's a cultural comfort with openness. In Britain, emotional disclosure is more gradual. Trust builds layer by layer. An American might ask, "What do you do?" 5 minutes after meeting you. A Brit might chat about the weather first and mean it sincerely. Neither approach is colder or warmer. They simply prioritize connection differently. And that difference shapes how each nation views community. 4. Community versus individual narrative. The United States often celebrates the individual journey. Britain often emphasizes continuity. The American story frequently centers on reinvention, moving states, changing careers, starting over. Identity is flexible. British identity tends to carry stronger ties to place. Hometowns, schools, regional roots. There's continuity, history, a sense of where you're from. Ask an American where they're from and you might hear 3 cities. Ask a Brit and you'll often get one, delivered with quiet pride. This influences everything from politics to property to how people think about belonging. But there's another layer beneath it: attitudes toward risk. 3. Risk and reinvention. Americans are culturally comfortable with big swings. Brits tend to favor calculated moves. The startup culture in Silicon Valley celebrates failure as experience. In Britain, failure is sometimes treated more cautiously. An American might quit a stable job to launch a bold idea. A Brit might build the idea quietly on the side first. It's not about bravery versus fear. It's about cultural tolerance for disruption. In the US, bold pivots are admired. In the UK, steady resilience is respected. And that difference feeds directly into how each culture handles national identity. 2. Patriotism, volume and tone. Patriotism exists strongly in both countries, but it sounds different. In America, national pride is often vocal and visible. Flags on porches, anthem moments at sports events, open declarations of love for country. In Britain, pride can be more understated, woven into tradition, ceremony, and quiet loyalty rather than constant display. An American might say, "This is the greatest country in the world." A Brit might say, "It's not bad, really." Both statements can carry deep affection. The difference is tone. And now we arrive at number 1, the difference that quietly shapes them all. 1. The relationship with the future. Americans often see the future as something to conquer. Brits often see the future as something to navigate. The American narrative leans forward. There's a belief that tomorrow can be dramatically better, that the next big breakthrough, the next reinvention, the next leap is just ahead. The British narrative leans steady. Progress matters, but continuity matters too. There's comfort in tradition, in gradual change rather than sweeping transformation. An American might ask, "What's next?" A Brit might ask, "What's worked before?" This isn't about innovation versus tradition. Both nations innovate, both cherish history. But their emotional posture toward time is different. Americans tend to chase possibility. Brits tend to balance possibility with preservation. And once you see that, you start noticing it everywhere. In business, education, humor, ambition, even how people queue. That subtle future-facing difference explains optimism, modesty, risk, patriotism, everything we've counted down today. 2 nations, 1 language, completely different lenses on life. These subtle cultural differences between Americans and Brits don't divide them, they enrich them, and once you start noticing them, you can't unsee them. If you enjoyed this deep dive into American versus British mindset differences, there's more coming. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.